Welcome on in to another episode of Getting Well with Terry and Friends. I'm Terry, occupancy beside me, Brian down below. And I think any talk of Gosman winning the Cy Young should be put to rest. But no, this is an absolutely horrible performance by him.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
Yeah,
I did not know anything was going on with that game at all. So that was
yeah, it's currently 6-0 Baltimore, as Gosman cannot not give up a hit to anybody. Anybody that comes up is getting a hit, and I think he might be getting pulled now. I'm not sure, but yeah, Gosman is poop emoji. That's basically all I have to say about that. How about my Avs? You're a Boston fan, but you're cheering for the Avs, and
nice.
I guess good job to the Avs last night. But yeah, I myself am ready for NHL to be over. I'll be excited when it comes back, but I'm ready for it to be over now. But basically, tonight we have quite a few afternoon games that have already started. There's 5 games for tonight. So what I just decided to do is just do last pitch, and then we'll do the basketball game here. We'll have a bit of a shorter show in this one. I only have picks in 2 of these games, so I'll give out mine right away here. Phillies against the Nationals. Zach Wheeler has been amazing his last 5 games. He went 4-0 in those 5 games and has given up 5 earned runs total in the 5 games. So an average of one run a game. Corbin on the other side, 3-8 on the year with a 6.65 ERA. However, Wheeler does not enjoy playing this Nationals team. In his career in 26 games, he's 8-14 with a 4.59 ERA. Corbin on the other side against Philly, he's 6-5 with a 3.83 ERA. So he's had some success against this Phillies team. But with the way the Phillies team is playing right now, and the way obviously this Washington team is playing, I think it is a good spot for the Phillies to kind of continue rolling here. So I have them team total over 5.5 at plus 100. And I also have their first 5 money line parlayed with the Yankees' first 5 money line. I'm not sure if that'll be voided or not. And then that is it. Oh, I have them in a parlay, 4-game parlay, but Toronto money line is in that, so I'm pretty much marking that off as a loser here. It is the 3rd inning, but it's 7-0 right now, so probably not coming back from this one. In the second game, in the Yankee game, that is the other game that I have picks in. Jalen Beeks against now Clark Schmidt for the Yankees. Basically, I guess it's a bullpen day for both games. No?
No. Clark Schmidt is we drafted him as a starter. He hadn't broken through this spring and this year. He's actually pitched pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can give us some length. But I ultimately think that yes, it will function as a de facto bullpen game. Urbano is trolling you. But yeah, he should be able to go 5 innings if nothing crazy happens. But
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he's gone 1-2 so far, but I
yeah,
guess they're giving him the start with.
yeah,
Yeah. So I currently have the Yankees. I have a San Diego and Yankees parlay, and then I have a Philadelphia first 5 money line and Yankees first 5 money line parlay. Obviously, depending on I don't know the exact rules for each of my books because I do have 7 of them. So I don't know exactly if what will be voided and what won't be voided. So I'll have to check that out after the show. But I'll still be betting the Yankees regardless. They're just a hot team, and the way the Blue Jays are playing in this game, the Yankees might have a fun weekend coming up. But we'll try not to put too much emphasis in this one game. But yeah, giving up 7 runs against Baltimore—that's not a winning way.
at home.
And the Yankees will definitely have fun if the pitching continues like that. Cubano's laughing. And that's basically it for me today. Those two games, Philly team total over, Philly first five, Yankees first five, Yankees money line, parlay, whatever you want with those. That's basically it for me tonight. I was obviously looking at Texas, but I did not like the price, and I do not like that Perez in 10 games against who are they facing? In Detroit. Yeah, sorry. 10 games against Detroit. He's 2-5 with a 6.75 ERA. So Detroit has found ways to smash him. That's what kept me off the Texas game. Otherwise, I would have been on Texas, but just Perez's history is just not good against Detroit. And I don't think the Rangers should ever be that big of a favorite. So that is it for me. And we will break down the basketball game quickly after, but last pitch. Occupancy, what do you like tonight in the world of baseball?
Yeah, couple things that I was looking at. The whole, betting space that I've talked to, every single person is on Phillies -1. When the whole world's on something, I try to see a different angle personally. I took the over. It's opened up at a 9.5, and it was bet down to a 9. I think win or lose, if the game goes as expected, you see the Phillies winning by margin, great. Let's just get it over the hump of the 9, and everyone be happy. So I was looking at that game. Philly was hitting 70% of their games over 8.5. Last time I checked. And we know what Washington is as well with the overs. So let's get it done. Next game up. Let's see here. Right now I'm off the Rays Yankees game. I tried to fade the Yankees twice in a row and have lost twice in a row. So it's either one more shot, but it feels like a little greedy to try to do it after cashing with Oakland this morning. So I think I'm just play a little safer today. Rangers, Tigers, I am backing Perez at the price. I looked at it and I think he's due for a bounce back. His numbers are still up there, top of the majors with most people. And I think it's just a guy, I'd be happy to have my money with. They even got the win White Sox game that he got blown up in. So I'm on full game money line and the first 5 money line for Texas. I know it's a little juicy, but I watched a bunch of Brisky. I don't know how to say it, Bo, and he's good. Like I don't think he's like their prize, draft pick pitcher, but he's good and he's getting more work. I got him at over 86.5 pitch count. You can bet on that at some places, and I am betting on that right now. So I expect him, maybe have the reins loosened a little bit and him to get work, but ultimately I think Texas comes out ahead and keep it rolling. I'm back in the Mets full game and first 5 again. I like Taylor McGill. I heard an interview with him. Seems like actually a pretty interesting dude. And yeah, he's, I think, a good pitcher to back as well. And then I'm on the Angels and Ohtani. Those are the sides I picked. Was leaning under in the Mets game. It's in the parlay with Toronto though, so I'll have to remake it. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Yeah, I actually leaned to the Brewers, but I didn't get to it. They've actually done pretty well against McGill, but I'm not backing the Brewers right now. So I'm completely staying off that game myself, but I wish you good luck. Brian, what do you think here for tonight's baseball?
Yeah. What's up, Richie? That Jays news blew me, man. I'm sorry. I gotta let you know that I was cooking. I had obviously I single bet Chad, our buddy Chad. It looks like he's struggling just a little bit today in Colorado, but the Athletics and the Padres got off to excellent starts, man. So I was very confident in how the rest of the day would go. But that kind of took a little wind out my sails. But on to this evening, Zach Wheeler is on the bump. You mentioned his record and stuff like that against the Nats. If maybe there was not, maybe if they weren't playing the Nats, I would be a little bit more worried about this game, particularly. Or I guess if the pitcher for the Nats wasn't who it was, I would maybe be a little bit weary about backing the Phillies here, just considering his history against the Phillies. But it's Patrick Corbin, and I see Patrick Corbin. I bet the opposite team every time, in some shape or fashion. So, and the Phillies hit lefties really well. It's pretty evident. They just lit up Trevor Rogers a couple of days ago. That's just their thing. And I don't really see a reason to hop in front of that right now. Not when it's Patrick Corbin. Maybe if it was like Shane McClanahan or someone like some of the other better lefties in baseball, I could maybe make an argument for it. But it's Patrick Corbin. I'm not about to get in front of that. So give me the Phillies -0.5. I think I'm actually going to ladder that and take it a step further, and I'm going to take the Phillies -1 at -110 as well. For the first 5 run line. I ultimately, my rule, I'm not going full game with the Phillies unless it's a team total. And to that point, I see value in the Phillies team total over 5.5 at -110. I think those are pretty safe bets there. Even if the Phillies lose, I think they're going to put up runs. We saw what happened with the Braves this past week in Washington. They lit up the Nationals pitching. So that bullpen's they've got to be pissed that they've got to see the Phillies now if they're taking the Braves. So that's my play in that game. I keep that pretty simple. Moving on down the list. I've got the Rangers tonight, simply because the Tigers, despite having a good history against Martin Perez, they just they're not hitting right now. They're not hitting. The offense is horrible. I just recently peeped this as well. The Tigers are also 3-6 in Bo Brisky's starts, his 9 starts this year, and they don't give him run support, which again pulls back to what I said at the opening of this pick. They just don't score enough to really threaten anybody. They've only scored more than 3 runs 4 times in Bo's 9 starts this year. So the young boy is coming off his first win on Saturday. That's cool. But ultimately, I just think that the Rangers they have the better offense and they have the better pitcher, despite Perez kind of struggling with Detroit in his career. I like them here, and I like them on the money line at -160. It's going to get parlayed into a parlay with a couple other with another money line favorite that I have tonight. But I'm going to take the Rangers at -0.5 on the F5 at -125. That's my big play there. And I'm going to also sprinkle something on a Corey Seager total basis prop. I think he's starting to come around just a little bit by bit. You can get it over 1.5 at -130. I'm just gonna sprinkle on it, just give me something to watch as I'm watching a game and following it. But something I'm too confident in. But again, -130 for one of the best hitters, probably the best hitter, pound for pound on that team. I think it's worth it. So that's where I'm going to lean there. And third game on this. Well, I'll skip that and I'll save that for last. But we got the Brewers and the Mets. I like the over. Winds blowing out in Citi Field. There's this really neat account that I follow that tracks ballpark like weather updates and stuff like that, and it accounts for or it takes into account how like the conditions can impact the frequency of like base hits and extra base hits and home runs. And at the top of the list today, I'll have to find the Twitter account and I'll bring it back up some other time. But at the top of the list today was Citi Field, and they said that there was like a plus, an increase or rate of they could see an expected jump in terms of extra base hits and home runs today of about 20 to 25%, which considering the pitchers on the mound, neither one of them is lights out. They're hittable, very hittable. With the Brewers breaking out yesterday with their, or I guess, yeah, it was yesterday, with the Brewers breaking out their bats out of a big, big slump, and the Mets being the Mets, I think that just plays well here. You've got you got 8 runs to get in 9 innings. Ashby's had some rough starts. Miguel has had a couple rough starts. I think that that's very feasible across the board. So I'm going to take the over in that game. And if I'm going to lean a side here, the side I'm leaning is I'm going to lean with the Mets simply because I've seen Miguel be a little bit more successful against better lineups in his career, his young career, I should say. But that's kind of where I go, and it's the home team. You're still getting good value there as well at minus 135. I think that's worth something as well. But my big play here is definitely the over. Yeah, I need 9 runs, and let's get it done. And in this Angels Mariners, I love Kirby, man. I really like the young kid stuff, but I'm fading him here. I like Ohtani. I like Ohtani in that offense. I don't think that the kid has faced the Angels yet in his career, and I think that's a pretty rude awakening to have to face, Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, that Jared Walsh, some of these other guys. So I like the. Like I said, that's a lean. I'm not official. That's not an official play. I'm a lean on the Mets. If I dig deeper over the next couple of hours and decide that I want to hop on it full time, I will let you know. But I'm definitely just going for the over. So just give me the runs, and for your sake, let's hope we get 9 runs and a Mets win. But in regards to this Angels Mariners game, like I said, it's pretty simple here. I trust Shohei a little bit better. He's faced some of these guys before. And I like the Angels lineup more currently against a rookie, more so than I like the Mariners lineup against Shohei Ohtani in this specific instance. And this is just my personal opinion. I thought about just how I've seen some starts from both of these guys. The F5 under, or the F5 total is set at 3.5. I think that is extremely low for a rookie pitcher and Shohei Ohtani, who both have had some rough starts this year. Shohei went through that rough patch where he got lit up. So we do know there is a possibility for that. Obviously, when he's on, I think that you can make a case that there may be 3 pitchers better than him when he's completely locked in on the mound. But again, you have to take into consideration his whole body of work this year, and he has gotten lit up sometimes. So for anyone that may be indifferent towards a side in this particular game, taking those things into consideration, I think 3.5 for, again, a rookie pitcher facing two of the best hitters in the game and that lineup, I think that's ridiculously low. So I think there's value there as well. But I'm just going to take the Angels. I'm going to take the Angels on the F5 money line, and I'm going to take them full game. And then last play, my Yankees, Sevy is out. He's going on the COVID IL. We got Clark Schmidt in replacing him with a spot start. I was kind of about it, but ultimately I still like the Yanks here. I'm going to parlay that. I'm going to take the Rangers money line, and I'm going to parlay that with the Yankees money line as well. And I like the Yankees to get some runs. I think we've had two good pitching matchups for the most part. But I think that the Yanks take it to this to Jalen Beeks, and I like for them to score over 4.5 runs. You're getting that -115 on my book, and I think that's a good play here. Again, like the Mets, New York City's got some really favorable hitting conditions this evening. I don't see why not. Clark Schmidt is not a guy that I expect to go out here and throw 6 innings of no hit, or no run ball. I definitely think he can give some runs up. I just think that Beeks gives up more, and he doesn't have the bullpen behind him that Schmidt does. And he doesn't have the offense behind him. So those are my plays in that game, and that's really it for me.
All right. We will move on along here. Brief breakdown of the basketball game. I'll bring up the poll that I asked this morning. Everyone's best bet. 57.1% say take Boston -3.5. And then everything else is kind of split here. I don't have a play in tonight's game, but my lean is with Golden State. I think they might finish off the series, but no official play for me. Occupancy, what do you think here, Warriors and Celtics?
Yeah, huge basketball fan. Didn't get to really take part in a lot of the playoff betting just because hockey and baseball was starting up. So super busy this year. But one look I had is to take Boston in the first quarter. I think they're coming off the first time they've lost back to back. And they're probably pretty unhappy with that because people talk and, the hype is there, and then the hype kind of got a letdown. So I got to give respect to the champs. And if Golden State puts it down, they do. But I'll be in and out in the first quarter with a quarter unit bet on the Celtics -1.5 first quarter.
Perfect. Bryant, anything in the basketball game before we get to best bets?
Yeah. I like the over here. The over set at 210. Historically speaking, game sixes have been relatively low scoring games. But I think with the fact that the Warriors had like 25 assists, I think, to like 6 turnovers or something like that. Maybe might have been 7. Nonetheless, their assist to turnover ratio was really good last game. I think they figured some things out about the Celtics defense, and the offense is now starting to click because of it. And on the flip side, I just don't see the Celtics playing that bad offensively. They turned the ball over, and because they turned the ball over, there was a lot of missed opportunities for them to score on that end of the court. They're at home. It's game 6. They've largely responded pretty well throughout the course of the postseason. And I look for them to do that today as well. And I think that they help push this total over 210. And a big thing, Cubano actually mentioned something that I was transitioning my way to. The game 6 Clay thing is very real. And this is for people who like prop bets. I would pay attention to this. In game 6s, for whatever reason, Klay Thompson shoots over 49% from 3-point range. Over 49%. So if you can go and get a Klay Thompson 3-pointer prop, I would sincerely implore you to go do so. For whatever reason, this is like over the course of his career, he shoots over damn near 50% from 3 in game 6s. So that's something to look at. And I think because of that, he also will help that. Steph is going to be Steph. We know that he had a really bad shooting performance earlier in this series, but from 3, specifically. I just don't see that happening. I like points here. I'm going to lean towards the Warriors spread for the points in the safety net, but I think the Celtics ultimately eke out a win here. I'm going to probably back occupancy on this and go with the Celtics first quarter on the spread. I think they come out guns blazing. The Warriors will probably weather the storm. We'll know by the third quarter. The Warriors have been deadly in the third quarter this entire season. If they don't come out and make some noise then, especially if they're down, then I think you can get ready to head back to California for a game 7. But ultimately, my biggest play in this game is the over. And like I said, I would take a look at a Klay Thompson scoring prop, three-pointers made prop, because he's lights out in these game 6s. So
yeah, Brian, I was going to ask you real quick. Would you take him over 3.5 threes made or over 19.5 points?
What are you looking at price wise?
No odds on this. Is just one of the DFS apps.
Oh, I would probably just be safe and go with the points.
Yeah.
He's starting to shoot better. You can look at the shooting percentages over the last couple of games. I think that's a better bet, and it gives you the chance to be able to get free throws, layups, and all that stuff included, as opposed to sitting there waiting for a guy to camp out on the line. He's a known shooter, so they're going to try to run him off the line. So, and if he gets run off the line, he's going to look to drive, get fouled, whatever. So I would take the points over 19.5, and I feel like that's just a little bit safer than taking threes here.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep. Jay Shake Tank took Klay under 5.5 rebounds plus assists. Okay, we will go on to best bets here. You're most likely going to hear Finnegan barking any minute, but I apologize in advance. But for me, best bet, Philly first 5 money line parlayed with the Yankees first 5 money line. I'll have to exactly find out what the odds are for that after the show. Obviously, with the pitching change, that will have changed. Best parlay piece is Philadelphia team total over 3.5. Jake sent in his picks today. He'll be appearing on the show, should be hopefully soon. But I'm allowing him to send in his picks. He has taken Philadelphia first 5 -0.5 as his best bet. Philadelphia first 5 money line as his parlay piece. Golden State Warriors money line as his dog of the day. And Milwaukee Mets under 8.5 as his over-under. Occupancy, you're going with Mets, Angels, and Texas all on the money line for plus 427. Texas Rangers money line as your parlay piece. And Philly Washington over 9 as your over-under. Bryant, what are you doing for best bets, best parlay piece, and
my best bet for the night is going to be the Los Angeles Angels over 1.5 runs for the first 5. And that's gonna be my play for the and the Yankees money
over
line.
1.5, right? First 5?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
First half or first 5.
Okay.
And I'll take that back. I'm not gonna add that to it, but I am going to add the Phillies first half money line, not money line.
Sorry, so you're not doing the Angels first 5 over?
No, I am.
Oh.
I was just gonna add the Phillies first 5 to it as well.
Oh, okay, it's a parlay.
Yeah.
First 5 over, team total over 1.5.
Yep.
Plus Philly first 5 money line.
Yep.
And what's the odds for that?
Give me 1 sec. I just had it. Come on. It's gonna be plus 167.
Okay. And parlay piece?
My parlay piece is going to be I'm gonna put the Yankees in there.
All right. Any dog of the day?
Yes. Although like I said, I think the Celtics win. but I'm gonna go on a limb and think that Steph goes nuclear, and I'm gonna put the Warriors. I'm gonna put the Warriors down.
All right. Any over under?
Yes, my over is going to be that Mets, Brewers over 8. I want runs. I want chaos in that. Like I don't care if the Mets get bludgeoned. I just want over 8 runs.
Well,
I got
it's a little bit
some
against
points
Chase
on
there.
that game, so I really need that to come through.
All right. Teoscar Hernandez just hit a home run. It is now 7-1. The comeback is on, but we'll see. But that is it. Best luck to everybody tonight. Smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button if you like the content. We appreciate all the support, and we'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Have a good one, guys.